You could start off with, can you take us through the process with the Nets throughout the draft process? Did you work out for them? Did you meet with them a lot? Just, were you surprised to hear your name called by them, or you seem to think that they really liked you?
Yeah, I had a workout with them very early in my process. And then they loved me, and I love their vibe. So I feel like everything was like in place. So I kind of like loved them from the get-go with just that one workout I had with them. And then later on, we had an interview like a week ago. We had an interview, so. I just felt like it was just a match made in heaven. All our personalities connected. And with me, like, watching them so much this year with James Harden being my favorite player.
Nets Nation, it's your boy AJ, back with another video. Just wanted to do a breakdown of our first round 27 pick, Cam Thomas. I figured I would do these videos player by player to make it easier for y'all to get a sense of how each of our draft picks, their games, tendencies, etc. I think I will do Cameron Thomas first, then I will do Day'Ron Sharpe, and then I will do Kessler Edwards. But the last two guys, I'm not sure if I'm going to break down those last two guys. Let me know in the comments if I should do those last two guys, Marcus and Raekwon. Let me know if you guys want those videos. But for now, I think I'll just do our top three picks. So, because I'm not sure if Raekwon and them will stay on the Nets, but I'm pretty sure Cam, Day'Ron, and Kessler have a good chance to either crack the rotation or be on our bench when the season starts. But let's get into Cameron Thomas. So Cameron Thomas is a 6'5" guard out of LSU. He averaged 23 points per game, fourth highest scoring average in the NCAA, 3.4 rebounds per game, 1.4 assists on 40% from the field, and 33% from the three ball range. Now, by now, everybody knows Cam is a bucket, certified bucket. He's a 3-level scorer. He comes into the draft breaking all kinds of scoring records. He can be extremely deadly when he gets hot. He can create off the dribble with step backs. He has an NBA range. Now, when I watched film on him, he has a lot of Devin Booker in his game, James Harden. He loves to come off a ton of screens, looking to free himself to get a shot off. He has a lot of subtle crossovers when he comes off that screen. You see here, he loves to use that screen. He likes to do a little hezzy. See how he hezzies and then he freezes the defender? He comes off that screen and then that big man steps up. He has that hesitation dribble that he can get to his spot. He can either freeze you, get the hezzy off and pull up with that mid-range, or he'll go by you and get to the rim because he's very strong for his size. His favorite player is James Harden, so he does use a lot of step backs and sidestep gathered threes. He has no fear of taking those contested shots. You know what I'm saying? He can pull up. He has NBA range. In college, he was shooting from way beyond the three, and he was hitting them. So again, he's not afraid to take those contested shots. Now, one thing I wanted to pinpoint about Cam is his physicality. He's so good at drawing fouls. That's another aspect. You can take that he got from Harden. He gets to the foul line at about 8 times a game, and he shoots 90% from the foul line. So he is a wonderful from the foul line. He got such a great body control because you see when he gets by you with a little crossover, he likes to twist his body in the air. He gets a ton of calls. He's really good at that. And he's a good foul shooter, so that's how the points start to rack up. Now, he also got that jab step three. He can give you space, hit you with a jab, make you step back, and then hit you with that three. He got all sort of types of like creative moves. He's a very creative scorer. But again, we all know Cam is one of the best scorers in the draft. And we all know that we can never really have too much scoring, even though it is a repetitive kind of thing, because we're number one offense. Coming off a season, we're the number one offense. We got the big three. So, a lot of Nets fans were kind of hesitant when we got drafted, including myself. Like, okay, he can score, but what happens when he has to guard? That is the problem. What happens when he has to play defense? Now, here is my list of weaknesses of Cameron Thomas that I've seen doing film research, more scouting videos. First weakness I have of Cam is his shot selection. Now, Cam Thomas struggles making the right decision sometimes. He got that tunnel vision like Kodak Black. Y'all, this man in college doesn't really have the playmaking skills that you really would want in a guard, but he is a real shooting guard. Remember when DJ was telling Kyrie and he yelled out, "shooting guard," emphasis on shooting? He got to improve his shot. Cam's shot selection is not good. He's a gifted scorer, yes, but what comes with that is not taking too many awful bad shots. He just lacks awareness and vision right now to be a good playmaker. I'm not saying he has to be Jason Kidd. I'm just saying he has to be able to make basic reads, drive baseliners, help drop it to the open man cutting down the middle, stuff like that. I feel like he will develop that in time, but that's a small concern because I feel like with the Nets, if Cam is coming off the bench, I doubt he'll be asked to play. He'll be asked to play make because he will have Harden and Javon Carter being the true point guard ball handlers. I think Cam will be more of a true shooting guard off the bench, and he's just going to have to get buckets off the bench. But where that could hurt us, his shot selection, is if we get to the playoffs, he gets some minutes and he takes a series of bad shots. That's where Cam could hurt us, you know what I'm saying? In the playoffs, if he makes a bad shot selection. But during the season, if his minutes are controlled, I see him just, Harden running the point or Javon Carter, whoever's running the point, and then Cam being that shooting guard. Possibly, it says if he cracks rotation. I'm just saying hypothetically, if he cracks rotation, he can get to his spots, score, come off screens, just kind of do Devin Booker kind of things, run off screens, score, hit a three, step back threes, create space for himself, get a shot off when we need a bucket for the second unit. That's where he'll be important for us in the long run. Now, the biggest concern I have for Cam Thomas is his defense, his defensive effort. Yeah, he's a scoring machine, but the defense is very average. It's not good at all. His effort is not there. Now, this could change now that he knows he has the pressure of the big three and championship on his shoulders. But his instincts are just not good. Now, watching the film, he does a lot of ball watching, he just stays not in a defensive stance. Just a lot of ball watching. He's not really focused on defense. He gambles a lot with steals and has a very sloppy closeouts. He just seems very lazy on the film that I watch. He doesn't give enough effort on defense, but that could change when he gets into the pros. Maybe that effort and intensity will change now that he's on a championship level team. Maybe that will change when he gets to the pros. He can lock in, play hard defense. Has that? I'm not saying he's a trash defender, but he has moments where he has played decent defense. Like it's there, but it's just that it's not his strong suit. It's something that he has to work on. His instincts got to work on, and just being focused in a defensive stance. Paying attention to his schemes, closing out hard. That's the kind of effort that he needs to put out to be in the next level. To be a really good guard for us, he's gonna have to guard. Let's say the people off the bench, the Jordan Clarkson, the Cameron Paynes. If he wants, he has to guard those kind of guys. If we play up against those kind of guards, he's just gonna have to play defense. But I'm interested to see how he develops and plays in the summer league next week. If we lose Spencer, I think he can def contribute if he gets the opportunity that Sean Marks gives him. He seems very, very high. Sean Marks seems very high on him. He can turn into that. Maybe he can turn into that sixth man that we all need. We trust Sean Marks. I trust Sean Marks with everything, with 100%. So I'm not gonna be surprised if Cameron Thomas turns into one of those six-man Lou Will, Jordan, the campaign, one of those guys. I won't be surprised if Cameron Thomas turns into that in the near future. I would not be surprised. So I'm very excited for Cam. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. Just got to work on his defense. At first when he got drafted, I was like, okay. But it's just, he just got to work on his defense. If he can prove to me he can play D, he can stay in the defensive stance, guard up, and then still score, still give us at least 12, 15 off the bench, I'll be very, very happy. Very, very, very happy. But I am excited for Cam. Let me know in the comments, how big are you with Cam Thomas? Are you guys 100% and all in on Cameron Thomas? Do you think he will crack the rotation this year? Do you think he will crack the? I've seen there's a video of Sean Marks saying that these guys are all still in development. He says that you always need on a championship team old and young players, you know, to push each other, to help build the franchise, and not just have all old veterans. You need a mix of young guys in there. So maybe that Cam, Dayron, Kessler, those guys can help maybe push, the older guys, and the older guys can teach the younger guys. It's just a good dynamic to have, both old and young, on a championship team, just to keep things fresh. Now, so let me know, are you guys all in on Cameron Thomas? Do you think his defense is going to be a problem? Do you think his defense is going to be a problem? Let me know in the comments. Do you love his scoring? What do you love about Cam? Tell me how you feel about Cam. Do you think Sean Marks is going to trade any of these guys? Let me know in the comments. It's your boy AJ. It's Nets News. Hit that like button for me. Please support the channel. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at NetsKingdom711. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at NetsKingdomAJ. Appreciate everybody for the watch the live party yesterday. We had fun on NBA draft night. If you missed it, go back and watch. It was a great video. I know it's long, but it's a very great analysis of all of the drafts, all of our draft picks. More to come, more content to come. Free agency next week. I'll be dropping the Dayron Sharp video soon to give you guys a breakdown of Dayron Sharp. Stay tuned. Hit that like button. It's your boy AJ. It's Nets News. Nets Nation. I'm out.